All right, let's get this thing rolling.
Spider Queen!
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I like this map. It's one of my favorites.
Welcome to Tomb of the Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen, where it's all about wave clear and the mercs don't matter.
Yeah, that's right. Mercs don't matter, and you need to know how to goaltend those two turn-in points. And if you can do all that and get a few kills, you might win.
Maybe.
And it could be.
And it definitely could be, but maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. The top lane always the priority here. A lot of teams, particularly the better teams, like we got Brawls deep on the left here, one of the better teams ever to grace us in Chair League. They will usually prioritize a single solo lane in the bottom lane, solo laner, with a 4-man rotation, top to mid. It's one of the few maps left.
Interesting. I've seen an instant Ragnarok. We've seen a variant ban here. Makes sense. It makes sense with the roots and the vision.
So right now there are really in my opinion, three broken heroes in the game. In this order, it's Ragnaros, Artanis, and Tassadar. So in a meta that has three really strong heroes, you can just ban one, the other team has to ban the second one, and then you get the third. Some people would argue about the Tassadar, though. I think on this map, when he's got good wave clear, I think he does fall into that category. Some maps, I think Tassadar is not that great, but yeah. So these guys apparently, at least Brawls Deep, do not respect the Tassadar because there's still Ragnaros and Artanis. So what they're saying is, we're going to ban Mouth, and we're going to make you pick which one we get.
Right. Makes sense to me.
Now, of course, Deckard Pains could also decide not to ban either, and be like, okay, Brawls Deep, you get your pick, but then we're going to take the other one. And so they're going to ban Sylv.
Interesting is Valvanus. Interesting.
Yeah. Sylv also really strong on this map, really good with the pushing mechanics. Decent in the wave clear.
But the issue with her on this map that makes her less desirable is the fact that the spiders take auto damage as it is, so the push isn't as strong as it would be on other maps because they're already getting damaged anyways.
So we will see the instant lock in here by Brawls Deep. Well, maybe not instant, but pretty instant. Get the little rag.
Little rag.
Straight out of World of Warcraft's pet, the pet section. It is little rag. It's a great map for him. He's got good wave clear. Being able to assume these forts as these spiders start to bear down on it can really prevent a lot of damage. And he's also got good poke ability. He's got good denial on these turn-in points. And so that's exactly what we see here. Ragnaros and Artanis getting picked up here right at the start.
Right.
So now we'll see if Deckard Pains can make some kind of follow-up to Artanis. What I see a lot of right now in this game is people not quite understanding how to use Artanis. I feel like they're not trying to set it up or follow it up as much as they should. So Jaina is a good start with that. Being able to put some slows on the enemy team can make it a little bit easier for Artanis. But if you pair it with something like an ETC, you can have your ETC go forward, slide through somebody right as Artanis starts that Q, and then it makes it really easy to hit the swap when he starts to go back on that dash. So you'll see the denial there from Brawls Deep, picking up Ariel and ETC here. Very smart picks.
Still having a little bit of the audio issues that we had last night, by the way.
Bummer. I don't know what it is with Discord. Let me try changing the the server.
TS channel if you want.
Might be able to try that, but I've been messing with the levels to get it right here. I'd hate to change it, but let me go to the server settings here. I can change it to maybe instead of West, we'll do it in Central. If that does anything. All right.
I'm gonna try it.
All right. Well, we'll see if that does anything. Meanwhile, we do have Gul'dan, the ban out here for the side of Deckard Pains. I think that's a pretty good ban overall.
Yeah, I agree.
good wave clear on this map, and they've already picked up Jaina, so they're not going to get another mage. Meanwhile, we do have the... well, it's also really good because Gul'dan is a great feeder for Hope for Ariel. Probably one of the best in the game. It's pretty much Gul'dan Vala. So if Deckard Pains can pick up Vala right here and work it into their comp, I think it's really going to put Brawls Deep in kind of an awkward situation where they're not going to have a great Hope feeder for Ariel.
No, and it would make sense to them to pick up Vala here. They do not have an assassin type damage person yet besides Jaina, who is the mage. An auto attack like a Vala would be very, very good for the comp they're trying to build. So either way, this would be the opportunity to pick her up if they're going to do that. They're going to deny Ariel a hero. It would, like you said, be Vala, and it would be right now. Besides that, Ariel, I mean, there's a couple things they could do. A Raynor could do it. You could pick up a Raynor, and they're actually going to take a Raynor, so it's going to give Vala over the side of Brawls Deep. Vala up here, they should, in a response to that Raynor pickup, but we'll see how they play this out.
Yeah, overall, it's a very interesting pick, the Raynor. We don't see a whole lot of Raynor. It's not a bad map for him with Seasoned Marksman when you see that 4-man rotation where Raynor can constantly be stacking up those Seasoned Marksman stacks. So, an interesting pick. We'll see if it pays off for him. One thing I will say is the Artanis swap. Yeah, they'll go with Vala. And a Kerrigan. Very, very aggressive. But it's a good map for Kerrigan. It's a very snowbally map. Kerrigan thrives in the first half of the game. If you get to 20, she really starts to drop off a lot. So I think that's a pretty solid pick and a very solid comp coming out from Brawls Deep. I do like the again the setup swap potential that a Nubarak gives. He can dive in and really keep somebody still for long enough for Artanis to hit those swaps. Raynor also needs to be enabled by being able to have the opponent slowed so he can keep up and get the auto attacks out. If he's just constantly having to chase and the enemy is able to get away, he doesn't get as much value, just like with any auto attacker. So I think the Jaina is a pretty interesting pick to get those slows out to give Raynor a little bit more value. And on the Hyperion, if you're slowed up, it makes it a lot harder to run out of Hyperion.
Yeah, this audio thing is even getting worse.
All right, well, go ahead and link me the TeamSpeak. We'll give it a shot. See if it's the see if it's the internets or if it's the applications. Now that could be like a bad sci-fi movie. The internets versus the applications.
Let's see here. Nope. Nope. Damn it.
I actually don't have. Now that I think about it, I don't actually have TeamSpeak. I do have Curse. Do you still have the Curse thing?
I do have Curse.
All right, let's give that a shot, shall we?
Yeah, give that a shot. All right, let's see.
I'll go ahead and log out of Discord. So I'll see you over there, partner.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and introduce the teams while we're futzing around with this thing. On the left, we do have your blue team. It is going to be Crunk Juice on the Ragnaros. Crispy is going to be playing Vala. Sava on that Kerrigan. Biddings is going to be playing ETC, and Tiger is going to be playing Ariel. That is Brawls Deep on the left. On the right, it is going to be Kennigan on the Raynor. I Hate Toast going to be playing Brightwing. Darmouth going to be playing Artanis. We're going to have Kaon on the Jaina. And Melted Legos going to be playing a Nubarak. This is Deckard Pains. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Best of 3 match here in the Pro Division. Brawls Deep versus Deckard Pains. Should be a good one. Both teams just kind of doing the dance of friendship here in the mid as I try and reconnect to my good buddy Plague to get him back in on this. But a nice combo coming out there right off the bat from Kerrigan. Gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Darmouth's gonna have to walk away with almost no health. And sorry about the lag, ladies and gentlemen. We got some background applications eating up some of the CPU. Making this run a little bit slower, but wow. Okay, the lag is real over here. Wow, Curse. What is going on with you? All right. So we do see the 4-man rotation starting to take form here. It looks like both teams are going to go ahead and clear that mid, rotate up to the top. A little bit of lost XP here for the side of Deckard Pains, and it's showing on the scoreboard so far. Oh, a little bit of a cutoff there in the top as ETC gets caught out a little bit. Darmoth, again, just kind of barely escaped with almost no health left to speak of. Gonna maybe wait for that that tap to come off of cooldown, but ultimately, he's just gonna have to be, or he's gonna end up getting himself in a lot of trouble here. Just takes one hungering arrow over the wall to creep its way over to you, to turn that into a feed rather than a close escape. We do see yet again Brawls deep with the superior rotation here, not worrying too much about those few gems. Gonna go ahead and just rotate to the mid and start to clear here, and you know, their rotation's pretty crisp. Not just because they've got Crispy on their team, but you know, just in general. You do see the slide in from ETC as they try to get something started here. The combo actually going to miss there on Darmoth, but only because he's moving further into the team. ETC gets very low, but Artanis is going to pay with his life. And wow, the B right in the middle, not giving any respect as I Hate Toast goes down. A little bit too far in there on the Brightwing. And the combo coming out as well onto Jaina, the whip into the wall, and that is another kill. 5-0 here for Brawls deep, and make it 6 as Raynor steps out just a little bit too far. That's a lot of gems on the floor. And starting this one out in style is our overlords here in Chair League, Brawls deep. You just can't stop them. It's just ridiculous. The combo coming out onto Darmoth, the slide, the face melt, the swap back in, just for the heck of it. And that's going to be yet another kill. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we do have Crunk Juice doing a nice job of putting a lot of pressure onto this bottom fort. Let's see. See if we can get Plague in here.
There we go.
Well, hello there, partner.
Here we are.
All right, so you've been checking out this game so far?
I have been watching it.
Brawls deep, huh?
I know, right? Already with level 7 already picked up to level 5 over there in the right corner.
And Crunk Juice actually getting caught out a little bit. Could this be the first kill of the game for the side of Deckard Pains? No, in fact, they are going to lose all 3, and well, you know, that 2-level deficit, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough, man.
And like you said, this particular map, it just starts snowballing, and we're already seeing it. You know, already not even 5 minutes in, Brawls deep already have a 3-level lead. Now just 2. First spiders have been spawned. I would imagine this is going to be a pretty big push with the level differential being as it is, and we'll see how Deckard Pain does here with handling this first spiders.
Yeah, not a front wall to speak over on the side of Deckard Pains as far as their forts go here. Mid fort already going down as they continue to try and make sure that this Webweaver gets shoved into mid as far as humanly possible. And we've also got Crunk Juice down in the bottom lane there on Ragnaros. Going to be pressuring the bottom, the rotation down there to answer that. It's going to end up being a 2v2 down there. But the combo comes out on Raynor.
There goes Raynor.
And Sava says hello. You know, that kind of reminds me of the Carbot animation video, Plague. You know, Raynor gets pulled in, and you know, got the hearts in his eyes for Kerrigan.
Nice rotation from the side of Brawls deep.
Yeah.
A couple of their guys are getting low here with Ariel and I think it was ETC down here, and nice rotation from the rest of the team to make sure that they did not die.
Yeah, that's just kind of the definition when I think of Brawls deep. It's just very crisp rotations. That's you know, I mean, they have a lot of strengths, Plague, but if you had to choose one, and there's the mosh pit on the solo Jaina in the top lane, the whip to stall him out, and that's going to be yet another kill going over. 16 to nothing here, Plague.
Nothing, right.
6 minutes honestly, into the game.
In my opinion, what separates Division 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 from Pro Division is how well you rotate. I mean, rotation, I think, is one of the #1 skills you have to have as a group of 5. From that, everything else it can or cannot be successful. You don't have good rotations, you're not going to team fight very well. You don't have good rotation, your map awareness is going to be piss poor. If you have do not have good rotation, you're not going to be able to get where you need to be. And what separates a pro team from everybody else, in my opinion, is solid rotation and knowing when to come down and help a teammate and when to leave them alone.
Well, and of course,
Brawls
Brawls Deep is the banner team for Chair League. They are the gold standard of what we do here. And I'll tell you, partner, the unfortunate thing of it is that I got to know or at least our team, Divine 9, got to know Brawls Deep up close and personal before wandering into Chair League in one of the NA qualifiers, and they're just that good. Brawls Deep is just one of the best teams around in at least the amateur division. You would call them even a semi-pro team if you ask me personally. But they're just that good. They're just really hard to go against. And here we are in essentially week 1. Both of these teams are 0-0. You get later in the season when they're facing teams like Miasma Esports. I think they might put up a little bit better of a fight, but not giving up yet on the side of Deckard Paynes. They're going to try and make something happen here and get a little bit of a push out in the mid. Still keeping all of their keeps alive so far, and they're just trying to get 10 right now. That's their main focus. Right.
That's all they can do. I mean, they're already down so far, but they will have no possible way of even getting ganks on people unless they get their hero talents here, and they're got about a half a level to get to. But I don't know if they're going to be able to survive that long.
Yeah, the boss pushing in the top lane. Oh. Here they come. Artanis is going to get completely blown up. The strafe coming out from Crispy to get a little extra damage out. Melted Legos is going to resemble his name on that Anubarak as he crumples to the floor. And here comes Brawls Deep. All 5 men pushing into the core with the last remnants of this boss. Rainer goes down. Sava pressuring them back into the Hall of Storms. The swap onto Crispy from Dharma, trying to at least stall them, but down goes Jaina. I hate Toast, the only one left living as the Burrow comes in, and they're just trying to keep the clock running as long as possible here, Blake. The mosh pit comes in to say, all right, guys. All right, game on. Going over to Brawls Deep. And so close to getting that kill on Crunk Juice to at least not get completely shut out. But wow, that's Brawls Deep just flexing those muscles.
I know, they make it look effortless, and we see that from time to time where teams just make it look so easy, like, shoot, anybody can play this game. That just shows you how long these guys have been around. These guys have been around since, I believe, season 1 of Cheer League. And I don't believe, from remembering here, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jay, their roster really hasn't changed much. A lot of teams will, bring guys in and out season to season. These guys have been together from the beginning, thick and thin. And then even before that, so well,
I have to correct you a little bit, partner, because they have a couple of subs in tonight. But
do they?
Yeah, this is that's really the interesting part. Is this is Brawls Deep when they got a couple of subs in for them.
Oh, but, mercy.
Yeah. Oh man.
I tried to give him some props there. I tried to explain it a little bit, but I got.
But you're right. In general, Specialty, FC Ignition, Crunk Juice, the Next Slash, Tiger. These are the guys we know and love that have been in this league for as long as we can remember. They've got a couple of subs out tonight, but they got strong friends in strong places. My friend. I mean they're not hurting at all tonight. And they take down Deckard Paynes in that game 1, and we're gonna have to move on to game 2 here, where it is indeed going to be their map of choice.
Oh, mercy.
And we're going to be going to Infernal Shrines. Yet another amazing Kerrigan map. Another map that can... It's a little bit harder to snowball, but not much more. Excuse me. Yeah, and I apologize for the lag, guys. We're trying to figure out what is going on with the audio issues that we're having here. I'm worried that it might actually be Curse that's causing me a little bit of lag.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all, buddy. I hear you fine, much better than Discord.
Oh no, we're talking about the lag on the stream, a little bit of video lag.
Oh.
But
turn down the bitrate a little bit.
Could be. Let's get where'd he go? There he is, Dartmouth. Invite him on in here. Get this game 2 rolling for you guys. Yeah, I mean, you know, really with the lag, if you really missed anything there, it was, you know, Brawls deep, going deep, and getting kills, and just kind of winning. I mean, that's if you missed game 1, folks, if you're just joining us, that's basically all I can describe it as. It's just Brawls deep doing Brawls deep things.
Check this out, buddy. When you get a chance to read something, it's pretty hilarious. I think you'll appreciate it.
All right, sounds like a plan. Oh, team 2 gonna have the first draft.
Oh, they got to do They got to be one of those, huh?
What?
With those portraits.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you got them, let them sparkle.
You might as well. All right, you know, you earned them. Here we go with the banning phase for just Brawls deep with the ban first.
Nope. Still same sides. Brawls deep, blue team. Deckard Payne's the red team.
We're seeing a little bit of the Kerrigan respect coming out as Deckard Payne bans Kerrigan, and in turn Brawls deep bans out Ragnaros. Yeah,
if they don't want to play him, but if they don't want to play her, I would say probably ban her after that first game. That's scary. That's not something I want to face again. If I'm Deckard Payne's for sure. And she's even better on this map. That's the thing is, I would say number 1 map Infernal Shrines, number 2 map Tomb of the Spider Queen. As far as Kerrigan goes.
And she's actually sneaking her way back into it, man. You know, there was a time where she dropped off a little bit and wasn't near, meta. But she's coming back, in my opinion, with a vengeance. She is nasty. Completely nasty.
I would still call her a niche pick, but
yeah, I agree.
But she only works in certain comps, and she really only works on certain maps. But and she's very, very early game oriented. So if you've got a map that tends to go into the late game, you don't really want her. But I think she's a solid pick on Braxis. I think any rotational heavy map like Dragonshire. And that's a front line.
Yes, sir.
This should be a Tychus pickup right here. If I'm Deckard Payne, so if you've already got the best healer in the game, go ahead and pick up your auto attack damage dealer. That's going to feed. That's really going to feed off of that double warrior on the other side, and then maybe get yourself that one warrior to prevent the chokehold, and then see what you can do from there in the rest of this draft.
Right. And honestly, Brawls deep could go back to an aerial Vala combo. I mean, that worked out really well. I mean, it was a kind of a lopsided match, but essentially did a really nice job there, and it worked out well. So that wouldn't be surprising to seeing them pick up an aerial and Vala a combo again when they get out of the ban phase again.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. But we'll have to see what they want to go with. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We are going to see the Gul'dan pick up, though, here.
Interesting.
Good solid wave clear. He is good at being able to clear these shrines. And if assuming that they can make it to 10 within a reasonable distance of Brawls Deep here in this next game, if there's any one big counter to a dive comp, it's got to be Horrify.
It definitely is, and that might be what they're trying to plan on. But if the first match is any indication, they may not be able to use Horrify because they may not even get to it. We are going to see the Dahaka ban here from Brawls Deep, denying a global presence here. We're going to see if we're going to maybe in turn see a Vala ban. We are not. It's going to be a Rhaegar. Deckard Cain is adamant about not letting Brawls Deep get that Rhaegar pick, and we are going to see 2 picks for Brawls Deep here.
Yeah, if I'm Brawls Deep, I'm probably picking up... I'm probably either picking up Tychus for myself to really prevent it on the other side, or Vala Ariel, if that's the direction they want to go with again. Again, if you have Artanis, you want to try and set up some kind of mechanism to make his swaps a little bit easier. But if you're Brawls Deep, you might not really need it. But it is going to be Jaina and Ariel coming out here. So the hope feeder right now seems to me to be either Sonya or Jaina. I'm not really sure, actually, how well Sonya feeds Ariel. I wouldn't think it would be good, but I've never actually seen it in practice. I'm not really sure.
I think it would be all right. Giving her sustain in it with her spins for wins that she has. But you're right. I don't know if I've seen it either here, but they should. It looks like Brawls Deep should be able to get either Tychus or Vala here. I can't imagine a situation where Deckard Cain here takes both Tychus and Vala. I guess that could be a pretty big denial kind of picks, but I don't think they would definitely do that. And also to point out here, we have not seen any Sylvanas picked up yet. Just to throw that out there into the mix of everything. Sylvanas working really, really well with the Punishers here on this particular map with the push factor. But we'll see if anybody picks her up.
Yeah, it could be a good pickup here for them, but we'll have to see.
Right.
Definitely something that Brawls Deep can consider, though, if they don't pick it up here. So it is going to be Zarya along with Tychus. So I do like the Tychus pickup. I do like Zarya as kind of a secondary pseudo support to be able to help Malfurion with those shields and kind of another frontliner to be able to eat up a little bit of that damage. Also decent at wave clear. That photon bomb that she's got to be able to just lob those things in for days to try and steal away any of those minions on those shrines can be very annoying to have to deal with.
Indeed. Waiting on the last pick here for Brawls Deep to get this thing started. It's gonna have to be, I would imagine, some auto attacker to fill the hope role for Ariel. But honestly, it doesn't. Who knows? There is a lot of things at hand here with this last pick that is available in any direction they want to go. But I would assume it would be a Vala, but who knows? Hell, it's going to be a Zul'jin. My boy. My boy
right.
Blue.
Interesting pick on the back end there. It does synergize decently well with Ariel. The more damage you do, the more you're feeding her, the more she can heal you, so you can do more damage, so that she can get more. It goes on and on and on. But not a whole lot of burst heals though. So if Zul'jin gets a little bit too low, there's really no way for Ariel to be able to just bring him back to full, like with an ancestral healing or like a Morales beam to just bring him right back up. Ariel's only got that one AoE heal that doesn't provide. It just doesn't provide really fast healing.
No, it doesn't. But she does do a real nice job overall with the healing factor, with her having that nice AoE. But you're right. It all depends on the hope and what she has to really affect how well those heals are going to come off. Zul'jin being pretty squishy by design, obviously. Sonya can be pretty self-sustaining along with Artanis. Jaina is also pretty squishy, one of the squishier mages. So we'll see how this Ariel matches up with those two.
Yeah, I do definitely like Deckard Payne's draft a little bit more for the map in terms of wave clear potential and potential shrine control. But again, you know, it's hard to really factor out the Brawls deep factor. You know, they're just such a good team that you know, you look at that and you think, you know, how is Brawls Deep going to manipulate this is kind of the first question that you have to ask yourself when we get onto these maps. The 4-man rotation's probably going to end up being everybody but Artanis, if I had to guess. But we'll see how those rotations go. And on the left, we do have Brawls Deep. Bidding's gonna be playing that Artanis. Sava gonna be playing Jaina. Tiger on the Ariel. Crispy is gonna be playing Zol, Jin, and Crunk Juice. Gonna be rocking the Sonya.
Deckard Kane on the right hand side in the red shorts. We got Dartmouth on Malfurion. I Hate Toast on ETC. Kaon on Gul'dan, and Melted Legos on Zarya, and Ken Gain on Tygas. Ken again. And we get the five-man knuckle shuffle here going on in the mid lane. Seeing what they can all see.
I did like that nice tight rotation
nice
by
little swap.
Melted Legos is being melted in the middle of Brawls Deep here. After the swap goes down, I Hate Toast is going to be taken out. Dartmouth is not going to be able to make it out of there. Crunk Juice going to make it out with just barely no life left, but we'll start the spin to wins. And it is indeed Crispy on that Zul'jin that is getting the Ariel hat. But you can see, you know, the feeding of that hope, not quite there yet. We'll see if it grows a little bit more later in the game, though.
It should. So we're going to have the lanes. People start positioning themselves in the lane. We are going to see Crunk Juice and Sonya up at the top, and it looks like we're going to have a 3-man collapse here on Kaon in mid, and there he goes down. Goodness gracious! It was actually 4-man. Excuse me.
Yep, there it is again. The rotation potential as they start to rotate towards this 3-man in the bottom lane. Crispy maybe trying to bait him out a little bit here, but the I do really like the scouting drone coming out here from Dartmouth. Maybe give him a little bit of an idea when this collapse is coming from the side of Brawls Deep.
Before death is rained upon them.
Yeah, a little warning, please. That's all we ask. Almost.
Blitz was looking for that swap, though. You can tell.
Yeah, almost the intimidating dash. Doesn't even throw out the swap. It's almost just like the intimidation factor that, you know, a swap could always just be a heartbeat away.
That's right. Sonya's still staying in top lane here, making a 4v5 down here in on this altar here, but Sonya is starting to make her way down, and not a really big full engagement yet here on this altar here, as the teams are just electing to kind of poke at each other for a few seconds. And it looks like Brawls Deep is going to wait a little bit until Crunk Juice can make his way down here. But he's got to watch out because he's getting rotated on, and here in the mid lane, he's got to go back all the way to get healed up. So this is a bit of a disadvantage here for Brawls Deep.
Yeah, they do already have the advantage, 23-9 so far in the skeleton count as they continue to work on this. The side of Deckard Payne's a little bit of hesitation there in this 4v5 situation to really get in after this. I Hate Toast is going to slide in, get the CC out on Tiger. The root's coming down as well. Kaon getting a little bit caught out there. He's going to be taken down here. Malf is going to be next, and as soon as Brawls Deep decides to turn, well, that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Full team wipe for the side of Brawls Deep, 5-0. 9-0 on the board so far, and they have picked up the Punisher that's going to be pushing in this bottom lane.
Right. Isn't this is a fire one, right? Yeah, fire.
Good old Mortar Punisher just beating on the front wall of the gate. No one debated over. No ammo in the no ammo to be spoken of here. The jump in on I Hate Toast, just barely missing the swap here from Biddings. We do have the root coming out to try and at least zone as they try and poke at this Punisher. But 2 levels down here, Plague. Level 7 right around the corner as I Hate Toast is going to be dived on as he continues to take the heat from the Punisher. The swap just barely missing Darmo. Aito's gonna have to slide out of that as the front wall comes under assault from this Mortar Punisher, and the poking continues.
It is here. It looks like they are. Brawls Deep is going to be able to get one cannon down in that inner wall, possibly the second one here. The gate is already down, and Malfurion does go down on a vicious swap along with ETC.
Yeah, yet again, Brawls Deep just flexing their muscles here, not having not having a whole lot of trouble working, working these swap mechanics, working in their team synergy. It's like you said, Plague. These guys have played together for a while, and their subs are somebody that they play with on a regular basis as well.
Right. Crunchu's selecting to stay in the top lane through all the mayhem, but he has got to be careful. He's starting to get a small rotation on as Tychus comes up, trying to defend this, but Malfurion is not far behind, and he will escape pretty easily.
So they are going to go ahead and steal this camp in the mid lane. It's going to be starting to chip away at the front wall. They're trying to get the front walls and, if possible, the wells down.
Oh, the swap!
Lanes. You're right. Huge swap in the mid lane. Melted Legos getting smelted down by that Jaina and Zul'jin combination. And that's going to be yet another kill. 12-0. Level 10s picked up here before level 7s even picked up from the side of Deckard Pains. The swap in on Malfurion. Make it 13, Plague.
Taking a look at here with the level 10s, we got Wrath Berserker, so no. Zazdingo for
Zazdingo.
Aegis for Ariel. Purified Beam, as we saw, for the Art, and Ring of Frost for the Jane-Ass.
Also seeing that top camp picked up here. If for nothing else, just for the denial factor, Plague.
No, absolutely, it is. Just to give him something else to worry about as this altar does come up here. Nobody from Deckard Pain is even remotely close to coming down to this altar here. Getting free minion kills is Brawl Deep here. Going to easily secure this in a matter of a few seconds. And then they're going to have a Arcane Punisher pushing in the mid lane.
Yeah, no fort to be spoken of in that mid lane. And yet again, they're just like I said, flexing their muscles. This is Brawls Deep doing Brawls Deep.
Yeah, that's right.
So to be marching right into this mid lane, they are going to have the opportunity, maybe, to bait it over the wall. But you see Brawls Deep going in deep. They realize that level 10s are not here for Deckard Pain, so they're going to do all the work they can. The sidewall goes down, and they go in the swap just barely, being missed onto Dartmouth, but ETC not so lucky as the Punisher was the one jumping in on him. The follow-up is good. Crunch is going in deep to try and get the spear out as the members are getting kind of low here over on the side of Brawls Deep. They're going in very deep. This core is protected. So they got to be careful. Crunchus is going to go down, but exchanging 3 members, and Darmuth actually going to go ahead and hit that Moonfire to make it a second. The core goes down, but they are going to be able to at least push Brawls Deep off for the moment. I Hate Toast on the chase. The corruption.
Oh, no!
The root is good onto Sava, and signs of life coming out of Deckard Pains here. They're not ready to walk away from this series just yet.
No, they're not. Blitz is a little bit in trouble here as he's trying to chase down Kenny, and he does get Gul'dan, and it looks like he is could get out safely. We'll see, though. Nope, he is not.
Well, taking core shots, not exactly the best thing in the world. And Tiger also gets caught out here.
Right.
Tiger on Ariel really doesn't have any kind of escape mechanic here. Crystal Age is still 10 minutes away from being on cooldown, and so Tiger is also going to be falling here. That's going to be a 5-man wipe on the other side, but they're staggered enough that we already see Crispy working on a camp. Sonya kind of running around getting the XP, but I'll tell you what, that's an XP catch-up. If you need something for Deckard Pains to be able to hang their hat on here, they're at least they've got their level 10s in place. They didn't have to use any of their ultimates to get that rolling, and now they can fight.
Now they are going to be picking up their siege camp here and get a little bit of, like you said, signs of life moving in here and trying to get the waves pushed out a little bit, get a little bit more XP, and see if they can kind of sort of dictate what kind of engagements they want See if they can catch anybody from Brawls Deep out a little bit. We are going to see Jules Jen go down,
Ooh.
and he does go down, even with the Horrifier popping.
Yeah, burning the Horrify there was a little bit unnecessary, but we did see the slide in on Crunk The expulsion zone is going to have him isolated a little bit, but speaking of isolation, we see the ring is going to be able to catch 2. So that's going to end up being a 1-for-3 exchange so far. But Gul'dan is being chased here, and we got our Tannis completely mounted up. Kennigan is not going to get out of here either. Oh, or Willie, the dash to avoid the swap. But Crunk is on the case. Jukes. He actually jukes the spear. You got to give him credit, though, man. He juked a lot of crap there. that was fun. But,
that was pretty cool.
Working on this bottom keep. Darmuth just feeling the edges of that prison swap there, but is able to ultimately get it dodged as I Hate Toast going in deep with that Zarya shield. Melted Legos building up the energy to be able to put out some extra damage here. Trying to push them off. The swap is good.
The swap is in it.
I Hate Toast, but the slide out is going to be able to get him out of the situation. Commandeer Odin popped by Kennigan to try and put some pressure from the back line. And Gul'dan doing all he can to try and self-sustain, but will go down after that light drain. And it is a 4-for-0 exchange right as ETC starts to come back into this one. That is the G's.
Where's it at?
Where is the button? There it is. That is GG. Brawls Deep winning this one 26-6. Not quite as lopsided, Plague, but still showing us why they are the best team in Cher League's history. Yet again here tonight. Brawls Deep, ladies and gentlemen.
Is your definite victor here. Congratulations, actually, to both teams. I thought Deckard Payne played a much better match this time around, securing a few kills, playing to their strengths a little bit better, getting the vision with the Mel, trying to use ETC to disrupt. Obviously, they were definitely outmatched, but I definitely liked the courage and the drive that they had going into the second match, and then making it a little bit more competitive. So I really appreciate that. Tip of the cap to them as well. Final looking at the scoreboard, 27 kills for Brawls Deep to the 6 over to Deckard Payne, and our MVP for this match for tonight. Goodness gracious! I'm gonna have to give it to iBlitz with his swap and dash combo working really, really nice. Really used as a deterrent to keep Deckard Payne kind of at bay a little bit. They always had to be wary that the fact that Artanis is coming looking for a swap, and he did a really nice job. So my MVP goes out to him.
Well, I think Brawls Deep has enough trophies in their shelves, man. I'm going to give the MVP to Kennigan for those ridiculous jukes at the end there. That was very entertaining to watch. Dodged a little bit of everything before he finally wasted enough time that his team could at least come in and mount a defense at the end. So that's something to be respected. And it's like you said, Plague, that's what I love about Cher League. There's not a single team that's just going to drop to their knees and say, you know what, I give up. And and that's Deckard Payne showed that today against the best team that we have in to speak of in Cher League, being willing to continue to fight, to continue to come back and do their best, and and not get salty about it. A lot of teams would be upset, but that by now Brawls Deep doesn't have their own division. But that's the game. You get the misfortune to get matched up in week 1, essentially, of because both of these teams, this was their first game of the season, so to get matched up against Brawls Deep this week, is kind of a rough draw. But they came out to play tonight.
He did. So congratulations to both teams, obviously. Congratulations to Brawls Deep with the decisive win. I personally look forward to seeing both teams actually progress as the season goes on, and see where everybody ends up when we get to the postseason.
Yeah, Brawls Deep will certainly be there. There's just very little doubt in that. But we'll have to see as the season goes along how Deckard Paynes will show off what they can do as they go through. As they go through the rest of the season as well. I'll be looking forward to seeing how these guys stack up against some of the better teams in Pro Division that maybe aren't Brawls Deep.
Yeah, no, right? We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Because, anybody would look... I think, really, you put anybody up against Brawls Deep. I've seen Miasma Esports get completely crushed by these guys, and Miasma is one of our better teams. So, I mean, it's just like you put anybody up next to these guys, and it can be a rough night. But we'll see next week how Deckard Paynes can do against the rest of the Pro Division team. Start next week.
All right, guys. Have a great night from Jay and myself. Have a great night. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you, I believe, Friday is our next casting, correct?
Yep, we've got a couple of games to cast Friday night. Our team is actually playing tomorrow night, so we're not picking up any games for Wednesday night. And we got practice detected. Thursday. And I got a follow.
Very nice.
Woo! Thank you very much for the follow, Fate Invasion. I appreciate it, man. If you guys are interested in watching any more Chair League action, we are regularly streaming and casting for Chair League games here on this channel. We upload all of them to YouTube, so you guys can always check out past matches, regardless of how far in the past they are, on the YouTube channel in the link below. And like Plague said, we'll see you guys Friday for more Chair League action. Have a good night, guys.
See you guys.